Hi, soul family. How are you? It is afternoon here now. I've been creating, organizing, doing readings, thinking. Just being introspective. I'm just laughing at all the things that are becoming clear to me. You know, all those nights up, not able to sleep because I'm getting downloads. I don't know what it is about me. And I might, have a discussion with Spirit about seeing if we can arrange to do it in a different way. But it always seems that I have to be awake when I'm channeling. Not when I'm channeling, I'm sorry. Of course I've got to be awake when I'm channeling. I have to be awake when I'm being downloaded. So that means if I got downloads coming in that are lasting several hours, which I have, I'm not sleeping. And I understand. Everybody said to me, why do you think that is? Why do you think that you have, why can't you sleep? Why can't you tell them that you can just sleep through it? Can't I just be allowed to sleep through it? And I said, it makes sense to me, actually, because I'm so active in my dreams, just like in my regular life, right? I very rarely have downtime. And when I'm sleeping, I'm not lying there doing nothing. I'm astral traveling. I'm working, like spiritually, on the spiritual level, constantly. I was traveling with someone the other night. I was on a ship. And we were on a mission. And it's not like, I dream about science fiction things, and I'm not into Star Wars and Star Trek and all that stuff. I was on a ship. Oftentimes we go back in time, sometimes we go ahead. And so I think the reason I have to be awake is so that I stay out of it. Oh God, I laugh. It's like, I don't know if you guys have seen this product online. It hurt my feelings when I first saw it. And it's for owners who have a very active dog, a very busy dog. And you think about dog, best friend, loyalty, love, friendship, protection, right? But if you go to work and your dog is a Jack Russell like me, we need something to keep us busy, right? We need to be kept something productive. We don't want to waste our time, sleeping upside down or chewing the couch or whatever. We want to be active, doing something important. I told my daughter that her fat little cattle dog should have a backpack put on it so that he feels important. He feels like he's got a job to do, right? We need to have a job. We all need to have a job to do of some sort. So Spirit has to give me a job to do. I can't be allowed to just sleep while they're trying to download. Otherwise, I get involved in it. I go there. I astral travel. I'm remote viewing. I show up. Remember when my twin soul was somewhere doing something and he looked at me, I showed up in his reality. I didn't understand what was going on, but I was traveling to where he was, and he was busy doing something, and he looks at me and he's like, hello, Mrs. Columbus. He was like, patient. He's got the patience of a saint. And when I think of that, I think of the saint, right? Think about I'm going to watch that tonight, The Saint. That's my twin. So he was patient, and he was kind of like, took a deep breath, and he's like, oh, what are you doing here? And I said, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I can't control where I'm going, right? It just happens. I'm connecting to you, and you're thinking about me. It's your fault. Stop thinking about me. So then he did. He detached, and that was worse, right? Don't detach from me. Think about me in your downtime so that I can meet you there in our dreams, right? But anyway, that's the whole reason. I got to stay awake. Otherwise, I get involved in it. But that product that I saw online was this contraption where you throw a ball, and the dog goes and chases it. But the dog loads it, and he says, this is when you have a smart dog. The dog takes the ball, goes and loads it himself, and throws it. So they do it themselves. Your dog's too smart for you. Your dog has figured it out, right? The dog knows how you're loading up that machine to keep her busy running after all this other crap. So instead of doing that, she's going to go do something else. When you get home, you might find out your window's open and your dog's gone on an adventure, right? Right here. I'm laughing. So today, to do our readings, we're going to do them quicker. That was, a longer intro again, but I said I want to do these quicker. Less words, but more powerful. What items should we choose from? And I immediately looked over on my desk at my lucky bamboo, and I laughed. Actually, except my little carved trunk that holds all of my crystals. Look at the chia seeds. I mean, I don't know how the chia seeds got in there. I know how. Oh my God, that's so funny. This needs to have water constantly, right? Like we do. We need water constantly, which is spiritual water, emotion, right? We need it to grow, to thrive. So this was looking sad, and my landlord's killed his, right? He hasn't given it enough. And he says, I water it every day. Well, no, clearly you don't. We have the same plants. Mine are thriving and healthy, and yours are, rat-tune and a mess. So, oh man, I just gave myself a huge message in that. I used the water from my bottle and I poured it into here and it started to grow. So here I've got chia seeds growing in with my lucky bamboo. And that's actually really good, thank you, because this is really good for me to eat. In here we have courage, malachite, amethyst. Can't think of what that one is. I'll have to think about that. Clear quartz crystal as a charger. Love, the greatest crystal of all, right? The greatest power of all is love, rose quartz. That's my first little crystal cluster I ever made when I was traveling. So that sits in here, along with, I love this. I just love this. This is pink tourmaline. I love tourmaline. My mother had a beautiful pendant that somebody stole. Ooh, when she passed. I think I know who it is, and I don't want to talk about that. But she wanted me to have it, and it was peridot, watermelon tourmaline, and amethyst. Those were the three. And so I couldn't remember what the tourmaline was, but I was so drawn to this because my mother's favorite color is pink. So this is really special to me, all here together. So this is first element, which will be earth elements, right? Mama bear protection. The next is my little, it's supposed to be a pen holder, but I don't use things for what other people use them for, right? Oh, and I don't use people the way other people use them. That's what I just heard. This little trailer is a rebuilt version of my little trailer that's in a million pieces right now. This is the color my trailer will be. I'm going to have a titanium stripe down the center so it will match my E.T. Angel, which is solid titanium. And it holds my soulmate stone. You guys saw that. My Amazonite, which is the same color, right? I love Amazonite. There's a clear crystal charger that's holding up this so I can see that. And then raw amethyst, because I always prefer my crystals raw. That's why I love this ring so much. It's faceted, but it's raw, right? They're raw. They're polished, but raw. I don't want processed. I don't like processed. I don't like plastic. So I'm looking at this rebuilt, and the rebuilt sexy beast is powered by crystals, right? Love that. And that's going to be water element. And then we'll use these two guys. This is my crystal creation that I made for my twin. This is him. I've spoken about it before. This is the eyes of this crystal. You see them? They're crystals. The eyes of this cat are pure crystal. Like my twin, he has crystal blue eyes. You can see its little whiskers and nose and the ear. And I thought at first, oh, the other ear broke off. But it's not broken off. I didn't know until I created it. An artist, you start to work on things and you don't know what they're going to look like till they're done, right? But I had a piece of Anasazi pottery that my friend Captain Kirk gave me in Sedona. And I had a puzzle piece that my best friend gave to me, and it says harmony, my favorite word. My mom asked me, if you could have anything, what would you want to have? And I said harmony. If I had harmony, everything would work, right? And then this is me. Remember I told you guys the other day there was that other dragon was holding the crystal ball? That dragon wasn't holding a crystal ball because that dragon wasn't me. This is me. That's me coming out of a cave over here. The cave is protected by pyrite. It's charged by crystal, and there's a river of diamonds that come from it. They all wrap around the neck of this beautiful ancient one. And behind, this is a special crystal, Danurobite, I think it's called, right at the, but what's going on here is once I built it together, it's all sitting on a granite rock with muscovite mica. Muscovite mica is, it's another version, it's lepidolite, sorry. It's the one that has lithium in it, right, for calming. And I put it all together, and as I was building it, I leaned the cat on this, and it made perfect sense to me. The ear's not missing. It's listening. It's down on this pottery. Because when I was in Sedona and my twin found me, he said, He told me he was half Anunnaki, which scared me, because the Anunnaki are the fallen angels, right? They're the ones from down under. Oh my God, I got a message in that. Thank you very much. And, God, I laugh at the, you know, how my higher self gives me clues. Anyway, I was a little afraid of that because my friend Tony told me to be careful of that. And, you know, that's dangerous. And so in my dream that night, I went to sleep looking for, I was looking under bridges. I was looking everywhere, freaked out. And this beautiful angel appeared to me. I didn't know it was an angel. I just saw him as a Native American, an Aboriginal. He was gorgeous, very tall, long, dark auburn hair. And he had a bare chest and he had a big medallion on his chest. I found out later that that was Archangel Metatron. And he said, what are you looking for? Ooh, detach. What are you looking for? And that's what he wanted me to do, detach from the fear. And I said, I'm looking for the Anasazi. And he says, he laughed. He goes, they're not going to hurt you. And I said, no. And he goes, no. They're not all bad. Some of them are trying to help you, actually. And so that was a cool message. And so I knew that word, Anunnaki, right? I didn't know that word before. My twin told it to me. And then when I was in Sedona, I didn't have a car. And I was walking everywhere I needed to get. And I kept seeing this word. It was used in different signs. And it's funny. I wrote to him and I said, hey, I see this word. And actually, I heard it before I saw it. That's why it was intriguing to me, because I get audio messages and I heard the word first and then I saw it on a sign. And I said, I'm hearing the word Anasazi. Does that mean anything to us? And he said, yes, it's the ancient ones. Listen to them. Oh my God, this is me. I'm the cat. I'm the cat and I'm the dragon. How funny that I made this thinking it was him, but it's me. Because I've got crystal blue eyes too, and this one's ear is leaning down, listening. This is the ancient ones, the Anasazi pottery. It is me. The other day I said that about this one, and then I said, how did I get myself confused? Why did I say that this was my twin when this is my twin? And I did, but I said to you guys, if you go back to the reading, I said I have a guard cat and a guard dog. The guard cat lives in this house, and the guard dog is outside the door. Because I do. I literally have a guard cat and a guard dog. I'll show you. I know this is taking a while, but this is really cool for me. This is my guard cat, right? Oh, I gotta turn that on. I know, you guys, do you think it's weird that I don't want to let go of my Christmas lights? I don't. They make me happy. Besides, they're dragonfly lights, right? And that present that's right there. Remember when I told you I met my mother when I was in Paris? And there was a present. There were two presents. One of them I opened and another one was coming. And I know what that present is. And this is it right here. It's the light. So this is me. And you know what's interesting? Do you notice the chip? This is a really, really cool message. Because feral cats, wild cats that have been fixed, they have their ears clipped. So people know that they're not, to leave them alone. Leave them alone. They've been fixed. Right? They're not going to cause anybody issues. Just leave them. Let them be. Don't try to capture them. Right? They want to remain free. That's me. And then my guard dog is my mom's food dog. And it's green. Right? Love, healing, growth, abundance. And I asked somebody earlier, do you think it's strange that I don't want to take down my nature tree? It's got my totems on it. The bear, the fox, the robin for new beginnings. It's got the pine trees. The pine cone, the royal stag, the angels. This is like my life, right? This is who I am. And the star at the top, follow your true north. I don't want to take it down. It makes sense to me over here in the corner with my Native American drum, Ganesh, my walking stick, my rainmaker, my native feathers that the animals have brought me themselves. My forest is always there. That's not there for just Christmas. That's always there. So I do things that other people don't do. I repurpose things, and I've decided I'm leaving that tree there. I like it. Okay. So I said the other day that I had a guard cat in the inside of this house because I guard my twin, right? And I had a guard dog outside. So that's the other item. Here's the guard dog. And look, there's a chip of, now what's interesting about this is, I don't know, but I'm pretty certain that this is Hopi pottery. And that's the grandmother that keeps coming to me in our dreams. So this is the golden retriever, like the Mayor Max that I have in Idlewild that I go to see. Max is the name of the dog that I have, the golden retriever. Beautiful. It's made of Sedona's rose quartz and the earth and clear quartz crystal. And this dragon is holding a diamond. And there's the Eiffel Tower. This one travels all around the world. This is the stone that I use to send my energy across the world to my twin. This is the yin and yang heart, right? This is tiger iron. And this word is the yin and yang again. So these are crystal creations that will never be sold because they're mine and my twins. One day he'll have his at his desk and I'll have mine on mine. So these are our items. So we've got earth element. This crystal here, this will be water, right? I said that. This is air element. And the cat will be fire. I like. All right. I said I was going to go quick and I took a while, but that was really neat for me because it gave me answers to a lot of questions. All right. So the deck that I grabbed quickly was Heal Yourself, which is what we have to do. Right? Other people can't heal us. We need to heal ourselves. It's important for us to heal ourselves. It's of no use. I was, talking to someone this morning about, if you've had a relationship and it's been a destructive relationship or very difficult or whatever it is, business, partner, family, whatever the relationship is, and it ends, you need to heal yourself. You need to take some time and figure out why things got the way they did. What did I learn from that? What do I need to change? And you need some time. When I had gone through I've told you guys, I've been married 4 times, and it was like, are you freaking kidding? When that 4th marriage ended, it was like, what is going on with my life? Right? I had asked if I would accept this spiritual path, and I said yes, and I just thought there were so many things that I had been taught that I had done, and thinking that this was what I was supposed to do, and nothing worked out, and there's got to be something better, right? And my ex, he decided he didn't want to be a husband, he didn't want to be a father, he just wanted to play. That's what he said. He says it's what he wants, right? He didn't want a responsibility. And I thought, there's got to be something more. I don't want to be that woman at the bar, right? There's that one. I showed up a while back, about a year ago, at the Beer and Wine Garden, and I saw a couple of the same old tired people still doing the same old thing, right? And I thought, damn, I just didn't want to be that person. And I was talking about how, I went off and started my spiritual path, and I told you guys how I was, at first I was taken to a small town, much different than here, very different, where I could start again, away from where I was. But then how Spirit isolated me, totally isolated me in Sedona, in a very spiritual place. I was very isolated. And I was isolated because I thought, and it was made clear to me that I was supposed to, be taught by Spirit, not be influenced by the other people around me, but be directed by Spirit only. And I got close to my animal messengers, but mostly what it was to teach me to be alone. To teach me how to be alone and how to learn to like my solitude and to be okay with it and not need somebody else to make me feel better, right? So many people get out of a relationship and then bam, they start right away. They're on a dating website or they're out there and everybody says, oh, the best thing, is to get off the horse and get right back up on again. Hell no. Spirit said, hell no. It's to get to know yourself. You've done this so many times, and this next time, it's gonna be the last time, right? If it happens again, it'll be the last time. It's about learning to love yourself. That song that keeps coming, I needed to lose you to love me. My ex-husband and I, we ended up being friends years later, and he said to me, man, if you were who you are now, we would never have gotten divorced. And I said, if I was who I am now, we would never have gotten married. Because I had to go through all of that and go and grow and learn to live alone, be self-sufficient, and learn to like it. And learn that independence and freedom is extremely important, and that independence and interpersonal freedom within relationships is necessary, right? So, a lot of things. I remember the very first time after he split up, I was alone in that big house, and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to lose my mind. I wanted to go to the beach, but I didn't have anybody to go with. My friend, I was on my path already, right? Spirit, that's why the divorce happened. And my friends were falling away. It was awkward and uncomfortable. And so I would go to the beach with my headset and just listen to my phone, my radio on my phone, right? And I got to the beach and my battery died. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do without having any outside stimulation, without talking to anybody, without just being by myself? I told my mom when I got home, I said, I thought I was going to snap. You know, my mom lived alone for a very long time and she learned to love it. And she traveled and she did everything I'm doing. And she laughed at me. She goes, you got to learn to live by yourself and like it. It makes you strong. It makes you know who you are and learn what you're capable of, right? So that's really why it happened. And it also is to show me that, you know, I don't need someone else to fill my void. I needed to love myself, take care of myself. I don't need to have somebody else. And when I choose somebody, it's because I choose them, not because I need them, right? All right, correct for neutrality. Here we go again for not making it a long drawn out thing, right? I guess we're doing it just like that. That's interesting. Last one. Okay, which item are you drawn to? Or which order of the items are you drawn to? That's how we're doing it. 21 minutes, not too bad. We start with you? Okay, let me just choose my first. Well, of course, I'm going to choose me first, right? Because I came into this world alone, I'm going to die and leave this world alone. So I need to love myself before anyone. I'm no good to anyone else if I don't know how to love myself. So number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So if you are looking at elements, this is fire, this is water, this is air, this is earth. King of Swords. Okay, but we're going to start with the earth element. Love. You see this one waiting or thinking, probably doing what I was just doing, right? Look at this guy looking at her. This is interesting. The song playing in the background is interesting too. I don't know the words. Let me think. Let me hear it. It's the music. Oh, I do know it. That's why I'm feeling it. Okay, I'm feeling the music more than I'm hearing the music. It's all my friends are heathens. All my friends are heathens. Take it slow. You don't, you know, it's talking about you don't know half of the abuse. You've been through a lot. The song, it's the drumming though and the rocking. I don't know if you've ever seen an autistic child or a person that's in. I mean, I do it when somebody in deep grief, they rock. They rock back and forth. They soothe themselves by rocking back and forth. What are they doing? Self-soothing. I told you should have stayed. I tried to warn you just to stay away. And now they're outside ready to bust. I think you might be one of us. So this one is thinking. This one in the frame is watching her. This love, this connection. She's thinking about so many deep, important things to her. What matters to her? What is she thinking about? Well, he's obviously thinking about her. But he's in a frame in her home. So he is clearly on her mind as well. But look at him looking at her. They desire a connection, but they're not together. Song right now, we couldn't turn around until we were upside down. We keep running in circles back to each other. I'll be the bad guy now. I'm not too proud. I couldn't be there even when I tried. So this is him, right? I couldn't be there. I wanted to be. But you won't believe me. He believes that. He thinks that she has forgotten or won't believe him. But what's he doing in a frame in her house? Right? So right now, you're at the part where you need to learn how to truly give and receive love properly. Properly. Give and receive. Maybe you've been someone that's been giving all the time. Or maybe you've been somebody that took. And it's about a reciprocal energy here. It's about opening your heart. Maybe you've been hiding away. Maybe this is somebody from her past, and she's keeping herself isolated, away from everyone. Maybe she's closed a part of her heart down, or maybe he's gone because he did, right? So Spirit says we have to open our hearts. We have to be open, exposed, naked, vulnerable in order for love to be real, to be accessed with another person. How can you be intimate with somebody if you've got a wall, if you're hiding things, if you're hiding yourself? You can't be any more than a picture in a frame or alone in a room, and you won't be experiencing any passion, any ecstasy, any bliss. Not like this. Wow, you know that when I rhyme, that's higher self. So right now, I said this year is for me. This is my year. It's always been about everybody else. Now this is my year. This is the year that I recognize that I'm not going to waste a freaking second of my time. And whatever I'm doing, I'm going to enjoy what I'm doing. I'm working today, right? And I did a lot of readings in the morning, and then it got kind of quiet. So in between my readings, I strung a couple of bracelets. You know, I worked with natural stones, with wood, with crystals. This one is very important to me. This is for my twin and I. There were so many symbolic messages in this. And then I restrung with this one. And this one is all about us, the United Collective. I looked at this one, and it was all of these stones, bigger and smaller sizes, and it made me think of the solar system and the planets. All of us, the star seeds, everyone. They're all different sizes, shapes, textures, and colors, but they're all strung together with love. See that crystal heart? So on my heart hand is my twin and I. And on my right hand, my working hand, is the United Collective. And that's a message to myself and to others. Your love first is for yourself, and then for the one who's your partner. And then a balance. This is my work hand. This is my spiritual work. That's where it stays. But I wear them both. I wear them both. These ones aren't for sale. These are mine, right? I'm not for sale. This love's not for sale. My path is not for sale. There's so many messages. So you've got to know the balance. You've got to know where love comes first. First for self, and then your partner, and then your work. And that even means your spiritual work, right? Because true love, a spiritual connection, is brought to you by God. We're drawn together by God. Of course, your love needs to be there first, and your focus needs to be then there first. And I said, I'm not going to waste any time. Time goes by too quickly. We waste so much time with ego, which brings out fear and worry, doubt, anger, blame, ridicule, judgment, whatever. Finances. No more time to be wasted. Life goes by way too quick. So it's about what is your passion? My passion is animals, nature. So I work with them all the time. I'm surrounded by crystals, right? I'm surrounded by nature. I'm surrounded by animal totems and animals. I could never live in a home without animals. There's no way. I was thinking today, I'd love to be a ranger. I saw a Yellowstone ranger, the first female Yellowstone ranger, and I thought, I should be that. The only thing I could never do is put down an animal. So we need to be willing to connect to other people. We need to, in order to have this passion in our lives and allow this passion to come into our lives, you got to see the wonder that's all around us, the beauty and what's available. Be willing to connect with other people, right? I'm willing to connect with but I'm not just willing to connect with other people. They have to be these people. They have to be ones from the United Collective. It's not okay that some people are okay if I'm a spiritual person. They're not, they're churchgoers and they have a different way of belief of life, but they don't mind. I mind. I'm not judging you. I'm happy for you to do whatever you need to do, right? Whatever works for you. But I need to be with like-minded people. I need to be with, this is who I associate with, right? So be willing to connect, but be willing to connect with people like you. That way we build each other up. We keep each other on our path. We learn from one another, right? We have to be willing to let people in. So if somebody's been holding on to pain from the past, like her, holding on to that one in the frame, or him that's staying away, even though he watches her, you've got to be willing to allow people to come in, especially if you want to be cared for. So anybody that that we have that comes into contact with us matters. There's a reason they're there. There's a reason. There's something they're teaching us. My landlord has his sister and nephew over, and he says he's bored out of his mind. He says, I got to listen to my sister complain. And I said, you know, try to listen to what Spirit's telling you, not what they're saying to you. There's a message that you're getting from what they're saying. It won't be what they're telling you, what they think they're telling you. It'll be what you need to hear. That's the way that you can handle being in a conversation with people that you'd rather not be. And he goes, yeah, but it's just boring because there's no games on. So you got to keep yourself going with games. If you don't have any games, you're bored. Think about that in love. If you don't have any games playing, you're bored. If that's the kind of person you are, you wouldn't be aligning with me because I don't play games, right? So look for what you need to see in each person that you encounter. It may not be a lover. It may not be a friend. But there's a lesson. There's a message for sure, right? Focus on the good aspects and things that you're learning. And focus on the feeling. I've had such a good feeling for the last several days. I slept last night pretty good until my cat woke up screaming at me for food, right? Like, I need food. Okay. But it was funny because the way I said it this morning, I said, somebody asked me if I slept well. And I said, for the first night, yeah, I actually slept very well. Until my cat woke me up screaming at me. And I thought that was a message. Somebody woke you up screaming at you, saying something to you that you needed to hear, right? Think about that, how that applies in your life. Did that happen to you? Did somebody wake you up? Sometimes it feels like someone's screaming at you, but what were they saying? So focus on a feeling of goodness in yourself, like that happy feeling. No, the song right now, You're My Lover. Oh my God, we can leave the Christmas tree up till January. It's our place. We make the rules. I love this song. When you look at other people loving each other, know that is actually love coming towards you. You're seeing it. You're feeling that. You're connecting to that. That energy that's coming to you, that energy is coming to you from someone you love. This song is coming to me from someone that loves me and that I love. Can I go where you go? Can we always be this close? Forever and ever. Focus on your heart. Take some deep, slow breaths. Get that key and unlock your heart. What does it look like inside? Is it warm and inviting and soft, vibrating, pulsating? Or is it frozen and cold and burnt on the edges? Frostbite. If it's cold, imagine that coldness melting. Imagine you sitting it in a window with the sun pouring down and it's warming it up. Imagine it's that cell phone that dropped into the water and you've got it in a bag of rice sitting in front of the sun, absorbing that water, getting the water out, bringing it back to life. Because that can happen. I did it myself. So, whoever's standing in front of you, is there someone that you need to communicate with? Is there something that needs to be said so that you can heal an aspect of your heart? Imagine that person standing in front of you and say what you need to say to them right now without holding back. What do you need to say to that person standing there, or that person in that picture in the mirror that's watching you? I love you. I miss you. I miss our connection. I forgive you, and I forgive me. I don't like being at a distance. It's not good enough for me to look at a picture in a frame. It's cold and impersonal. It doesn't work for me. I need a live, warm body in front of me. I require that, and that's what I'm going to have. Now, go back into their shoes and answer them back. But answer yourself back from them. Isn't this interesting? How can we do this? I'm sorry, I've been working really hard. I'm sorry that my focus has not been where it should be. But I watch you and I protect you. My heart's with you at all times. I'm always with you, even when I'm not in your presence. Can't you feel my energy? You know I'm watching you. You know that I'm sending you all of these messages. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that I get to be right in front of you. I don't want this distance either, because that's what the higher self would say. Song right now, I feel like busting loose. Nobody can stop the juice. It's getting hot in here. Let's take off all our clothes. Okay, so give yourself permission to experience your heart being opened right now, right? And anytime you want to close your heart down because you get frustrated or upset or scared, imagine it warming up again. Earth element, like that. That's Mama Bear protection. That's Mama Earth. That's Gaia. This is beautiful. All right, now we go to water element. Are you water element? You're fire and you're air, so you're water. Interesting. Okay, cycles. So water element, feelings, emotions, right? We're in cycles. 6 is nostalgia. So I'm looking at that. It looks like a sundial, right? And what has just happened with me, for sure, and with all of us, is we've just ended one cycle, haven't we? We've moved into the next decade. So what cycle of your life, though, are you in right now? Where are you at? I've been evaluating mine. Is there an area of your life that you want to focus or you need to focus your energy on? Yep, myself. Is it time for you to focus on your family or on a loved one or have love in your life? Hell yeah, right? Do you need alone time to maybe discover what is my purpose? What is it? Do you need that time that Spirit knew that I needed? I fought it, but I needed it. The Heyoka tricked me into that, right? Think about that. Your higher self tricking you into doing what you know is in your highest good. Do you want your heart to open, and do you want to let love in fully, deeply, passionately? Do you want this? Interesting, this is about love. Do you want this? Yes. Yes. Well, do you know that you're worthy of that? Look at the color behind you is gold, pure gold, which is self-worth, solar plexus. Is it time for healing? Yes. Is it time for a new beginning, regeneration? Yes, it's a brand new beginning of a brand new year. Every cycle gives us an opportunity. It gives us possibilities. It gives us experiences to grow. It offers us gifts and people to meet and places that we might go. Do you want to concentrate really, fully, excitedly on what your purpose is and really pour your energy into it? Put all your effort into making what you have been dreaming about become a reality? Yeah? The better we get at understanding the cycle that we're in, like what place am I at in my life right now, then the more we're able to flow with the universe and move in harmony, right? And then the choices that we make are the right choices. We need to be in harmony. This little trailer, I wanted this little trailer because I wanted to travel. I wanted to meet my soul family. I wanted to be able to go with a little vehicle. I wanted to go on the road. I like this. I want to see different places, different things. I wanted to, there's so much about the United States alone that I haven't seen. Never mind the rest of the world, right? All of these different elements that are in here. 6 is nostalgia. It's also speaking about victory. But from Spirit, it means don't be so focused on the material world. Keep your thoughts on your spiritual path, focused on your spiritual path. Everything you need and every place you need to be directed to and the people that need to come to you will be brought forward. You will get everything you need as long as you stay on your path. Don't travel off your path. Here's my path, traveling along. Stay connected, stay grounded. I love this reading so far. Now we go to air element. Have faith. I don't know how many of you know how much I dislike the cross. I look at it as a cross to bear, right? A hardship, a trial. I don't like it. And in all reality, if you look in the history books, and here's not me, you know, if religion is what you need, then that's cool. But as a spiritual person, I kind of think that you're going to realize that that's not what you need. Because nobody was put to death on a cross. Jesus was not put to death on a cross. In those times, people were put to death on a stake. All of them. So this isn't even real. It's false, just like religion. They're telling you to have faith, but they're asking you to have faith in something bigger than yourself, than what you've been taught. They're asking you to have faith in things that you can't see. They're asking you to have faith in spirit. Have faith and focus on questioning things, discovering things, learning things. Your dreams, your desires, what you feel, what you think. Not on what other people think you should think, do, feel, or act. Did you hear this? I'm listening to the radio. They treat their customers with respect, and they realize that this is a major life decision. Get a competitive offer. Request the offer. I get so many messages from Spirit, right? If you're looking for a position in a company or a job, you're looking for a job, a relationship, a friendship, whatever, what was just said are my requirements, right? And that's what you should do as well. Who treats you with respect? Who's giving you a competitive offer that's worthy of you? Things can get confusing. You need to know if someone's in your corner. Spirit. Compare the plans side by side. The only place that you can get help is from Spirit. Financial help, Spirit. Relationship help, Spirit. Physical help, emotional help, Spirit. Right? They're telling you to compare. They're telling you to compare options. They're telling you to look for who and where and what either treats you with respect or you feel a sense of respect and self-worth. Any situation, lawyers are standing by. Who do you think the lawyers are? Who fights for you? Spirit does, right? Who defends you? Spirit does, right? Everything I hear and everything you hear is a message from Spirit trying to reach you. If you're drowning in debt right now and you've got fear and doubt and you're wondering about, oh my God, how can I handle this? What is wisdom for you? Going to get a third or fourth mortgage on your house, run up another credit card? Maybe you need to go to Spirit and figure out why you are where you are. What is it that I need to do? What is it I need to walk away from? What is it I need to surrender in order to start over fresh and clean? Sometimes what you've been striving for, like I had that big house, was like a freaking milestone around my neck. Spirit said, walk away from it. Do you know how many years I worked? How much money I put into that house? And I walked away from it. It was the best thing that I ever did. Sometimes you need to walk away. Sometimes you need to give it up. Sometimes you need to surrender it in order to get what's better for you, what you deserve. This is about understanding when you start focusing on Spirit and on why things happened and why I ended up where I am. And start practicing going to Spirit and listening to what Spirit's telling us, even when we don't like the answer. Of course, it would be way more fun for me to have guys entertain me. I've got a lot of people asking me out. That doesn't help me. I don't need a distraction from my path. What I need is a spiritual man that is my mirror, right? I'm not going to go out and just have other people distract me to keep me off my path and keep me busy because I'm bored. Why? There's no reason for any of us to be bored. There's always something important for you to be doing. Like focusing on your path, yourself, helping others. So right now, you've been possibly thinking, focusing on how. Spirit says you've been focusing on how. And you're feeling unsure, uncomfortable. So what are you doing when that happens? I spoke to a friend this morning and I said, when you come out of a negative experience and then you just go right back into, jump right back into another relationship with somebody else, you're vibrating with a negative frequency, a negative energy. And you're going to draw another negative energy, the same type of experience, different person, different face, same person. Different situation, same situation, right? So what do? What is it that you're meant to really do? You need to get vibrating on a higher frequency, first of all, right? If you're vibrating on a frequency of fear, if you're vibrating on a frequency of, I just need to fill, I can't be alone, or somebody else needs to fill this void, you're not growing. You're going to end up in the same place, possibly worse, but you're digging in a hole. So at this time, and by doing that, when you're doubting and worrying and fearing, you're sending out that negative energy. You're vibrating that negative energy out to the universe. You're not going to draw towards you what Spirit's trying to bring to you. You're going to vibrate towards you what you're sending out. Worry, fear, doubt, anger. The need for somebody to fill my void. I don't need somebody to fill my void. I am filled by myself. I love the space that I live in. It's small. It vibrates at a high frequency. It's filled with crystals and spiritual messages and plants and animals and me and my connection to Spirit. There is nothing but positive energy in this room. And if there's anything that gets negative in it, I clear it out really quickly. Because my work, I'm so grateful that my work is completely focusing on spirituality, right? So I'm blessed that way. You need to be vibrating the positive thoughts, the positive energy. You need to keep your dreams alive. You need to remember that you're not doing anything by yourself. If you think that you're the one that's got to figure this all out, you've got a really big ego and not a proper one. Because you're not doing this all by yourself. You're a co-creator with the divine. You don't have to do everything yourself. Let them help you. You're not a very good teammate if you're a lone wolf, right? I posted my banner picture. It's a wolf and a bear. They're best friends. I've had that energy with me since I was a little girl. I looked at that and I thought, oh my God, that's that white wolf. That white wolf energy that's always with me. And I realized I'm Mama Bear. And that white wolf is my highest self and my best friend. They don't look like they should be together, but they were the best of friends. And think about the wisdom of those power animals. It's like, it's us in spirit. They're a team and a formidable team. And they have fun together. You can have fun with Spirit. My joy guides have been floating all around me in orbs. You guys have seen them. Stop thinking you're all by yourself. Spirit would like you to write a list. What are the things that you would do if money was not an object? It's kind of like a dream board, right? If money was not an object, I would do this. I would go here. Do it every day for a week, Spirit says, and then write at the end of each one, write 1 through 10. And number 1 is the one that there's no way that you could achieve that one in 6 months. So this one's too hard. This one's way out there, right? And the entries that are marked 7 or above, Spirit wants you to find a way, in some way, to focus your energy on them. I love that. 7's my favorite number. It's my soul number. 7 says, if you stay on your spiritually illuminated path, it will exceed your expectations. You're going to soon start to vibrate differently. You're going to start realizing how these things are going to start presenting themselves to you. And you're going to start moving towards what the song right now, I've been having dreams. Thrashing in a summer stream. Tripping and falling. I wanted this to happen. God, you guys, I had a dream. My twin and I were in a forest, and he had a backpack on. It wasn't a big backpack. We weren't going to do like a, heavy backpack. I keep a light backpack. And he was in front of me, and he crossed over the stream, and he was standing on a rock, and I tripped, and I was laughing because I was in the summer stream, slipping and splashing in the summer stream. And he put his hand out to me, like to help me up, and I said, I can do it. And he goes, oh yeah? Well, if you can do it, how come you're in the water? And I said, because I like it in here. And I splashed him. The song, I've never felt so loved. That was a dream that I had. I was so deep in love. When I dream of falling, I've never felt so loved. That is on my dream board, in my heart. You're moving closer. When you focus on it, when you look at it, you make it become a reality. It'll build confidence. and give you faith that you're able to connect with the universe and manifest things. Why do you think this sits here? I have it. It's in pieces right now. But this is the size of my trailer. This is the color of my trailer. It's filled with crystals. My trailer will be filled with crystals. Sometimes we don't get it as fast as we think, right? It's on the list, though. I love this reading, you guys. That's just all you're supposed to do right now. So now we go to, who did we do? That was earth, air, water, and now we're fire. Entrapment. Wow. That's a word. Oh my God. And I can see it, and I got a message. I know who wears the plague doctor mask. This person is entrapped. Entrapment. God, I can't believe this just came out. This is incredible. Entrapment. I've got to think about this for a second. Hold on. I'm just getting I've got to, wow. Entrapment. That's a terrible place to be. It's time to shift something right now. It's time to take responsibility for your life. Choose what you want to think about and how you're going to create your future. It's time to make the changes you want, the things that you are just speaking about. What were you just speaking about, Sherry? What was it that you desired and that you wanted? A system. Something to do daily. I was just showing the same thing. Start writing down. What are the things on your list? You need motivation. You need discipline. And I'm not going to blame the outside circumstances, right? Somebody on the outside for keeping me in a place of entrapment. As long as we believe that we're powerless, that somebody else is in control of us, they are. Whether it's our abusive childhood, our background, our last relationship, the government, the fact that the cost of living is so high, the fact that the dollar means less and less every day. This system and all of the ultra successful people in the world, all day long, they listen to books, they read self-help books, right? They go to seminars and they look at each other's achievements and they form relationships with like-minded people. What was it that I said before? What matters to me? That these are the people that I associate with, right? These are the people that I associate with, like-minded, spiritual people, people that know what matters, people that put spirit first, people that recognize that you don't just go and have somebody, hear your confession, wipe away your sins, and then go keep doing your thing again and again, expecting a different happening the next day when you're repeating history again and again. This is about taking responsibility for your own life. This is about going out and doing it. This is about going out and making a difference. This is about recognizing that you are part of the United Collective and you have a responsibility and you were given gifts and you got no business lying around crying, feeling sorry for yourself because someone else is controlling you. A lot of times you're in a position of this and you don't even realize it because you're being a freaking martyr. Nobody asked you to be a martyr. Are people in your life building you up? Are they inspiring you? If they're not, what do you need to do to change this situation? Maybe the first step is to cut out all association to this type of an environment. Change your environment. What's the negative things that you listen to every day? My landlord watches the Trumpscapades every day. I said, I don't want to hear it. I don't listen to the news. I don't watch television. I don't read the paper. I don't want to know. Most of it's propaganda. It's negative. I don't want to watch abusive movies. I don't watch and listen to abusive songs. I don't listen to gossip. I don't engage in gossip with other people. I don't find that fun. Where do I go? I go out in nature. I like animals. I like the crystals. I love music. I love being around soul family. Yesterday, we connected soul family. And we had a family meetup. And everybody that got on was just before that feeling really sad. I woke up yesterday feeling this way. I was so sad when I woke up. And I needed to shift it. And Spirit said, get the hell out of the house and go for a walking meditation. And I went. I went to pick up my sage and I went to wrap my sage wand. Where'd it go? I just did. I just wrapped and Oh, it fell on the ground. Sorry, I probably just needed to hear that. It's not supposed to be. I'm trying to dry it because it's going out to my next customer. So I went out picking sage. So what happens when you're out in nature? Oh, you clear your energy. You see the most incredible sunset. I saw a rabbit going by. Rabbit is about moving quickly, fast forward movement. It's about being sensitive. It's about tuning into your psychic connection. It's about taking giant leaps forward, right? It's about sensitivity to your psychic senses. And then I picked the flowers, the leaves of the earth. I connected. I said, thank you for giving this healing energy. This is their part, right? And I respected it. I went from bush to bush. I didn't take too much. And then I went into the car and decided, I brought everybody with me. I went online, I went live, and I connected to who? To my soul family. Because it was so beautiful, I wanted to share it with somebody. My name is Sherry for a reason. I'm supposed to share, right? I thought, this is so gorgeous. I can't be here just by myself. I don't want to be by myself. So looking at this right here, I don't want this. It's not good enough for me that there's somebody that supposedly loves me in a picture, right? I don't want to be alone. I want to be here with like-minded ones. And so I was. I reached out to like-minded ones. And the people that came on were saying, oh my God, I felt so bad today. I'm in pain. I've been lonely. I've been sad. Everybody that came on, we all got lifted from each other. Amy said the most incredible thing. It's incredible. I loved it. Amy, one of my soul family. I said, all my favorite people are here. That's what I said. And it was amazing. Everybody that was on, I was so excited. And everybody that came, they were there for a reason. And you know why? Because it was important for them. They knew what was important. They knew that would help them. Connecting with soul family. Everybody was hoping for a reading. I know they were, right? And I didn't know. I said, I'm not here to do readings. And then I thought, yeah, you know what? Why not? So I did. I said I'd do 5. 5 is changes. A significant change is occurring in your life, always for the better. Good idea to call upon spirit for help with these changes. That's what 5 means, a significant change. Why is a change occurring? Because it needs to. There's something that's not right. Something needs to change. Something needs to shift. And so because of that, it's going to. So I said 5 people, but there were ones that joined that were having a really hard time. Now, 2 people, I said, I'll take 5. And by the time they came on, I had the 5 places, they get filled up really quickly, right? But there were 2 people that asked that I had to give a reading to. I knew, I wanted to. And it wasn't fair for me to give a reading to just them. And I thought, okay, I'll take these ones and that's it, right? So I ended up doing 8. No, I didn't. I ended up doing 10. Somebody told me later I did 10. I did double what I was going to do. But it was good. We were connecting together. And think about the number 10. There's an ending. So there's a change that needs to happen. What is that change? An ending. And from an ending becomes a new beginning. Amy, what did you say? Awesome start to the new year with a soul family meeting. But at the very beginning, she says, I've been thinking about doing some gardening this spring. Just a small patch of something. Where is it? I've got to go back to the beginning. I love the comments that everybody leaves. And you guys, if anybody would like help with a private reading, my website is www.theangelswhisper.com. Anything else I could help you with, go to my page and peruse it. Check out my shamanic toolbox. And I'm a long-distance Reiki master, and I'm a creative jewelry maker, and I'm a guidance counselor. And I love your comments. If you're new to my page, welcome. Please click like, subscribe, and share so this channel grows. Where is it, what you said, Amy? There it is. This group is like stem cells for me mentally and physically. And it is. That's the truth. Not a doctor, not a pill, not a drug, not a drink. Connecting with spiritually minded people was like stem cells meant for her mentally and physically. I was so high doing this reading, there were orbs flying all around me. People captured them and sent me pictures of them. I couldn't save that reading for some reason. It wasn't able to be saved. I guess it was just for the United Collective that was there, that knew what was important, right? Amy, right now, everybody was saying that they felt, this is what I feel today. Yeah, I'm the same today. Everybody's saying, I felt the same, yes. And then Amy says, we're soul sisters. We feel each other's stuff. Yeah, we do. We feel each other's stuff. Angels flying all around you. I can see them. They're going around like crazy. Oh my gosh. Then Keisha came on. Oh my God, I came around right on time. Amy, oh my gosh, I saw another more orb. Hi, Mom. Because I said when I was outside, I wish my mom would show up. I was talking about how she showed up in the reading the other night. And I said, I wish she'd come into my truck and be here with me on my adventures. And so she did. She showed up. You inspire me to just do it, right? I'm a high-functioning individual, is what I said. Say that. I'm a high-functioning individual. When you don't feel like you are, say that you are. You tell yourself a different story. Lori, I needed answers today and I got them. I'm so happy. Amy came on feeling like crap and she says it did turn around. I'm so happy. And I said, us coming together, it's reciprocal energy. Amy was really hurting. I said, let's all join together and breathe all those angel orbs into our hearts. Feel that energy going into our hearts. And then take a deep breath and then blow them all at Amy. Everybody did. And she said she felt it right in the back of her neck. And I said, it's reciprocal. It doesn't just go to Amy. When we send love out, we are exchanging that love. And she sends it back. We were feeding off of each other in a positive way. There's a difference between energy vampires and feeding ourselves with spiritual nourishment. Right? That's what we were doing. And Amy says, we're healing everyone. Yeah, we are. And Sherilyn says, feels good to give back. That's what it is. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. We had Archangel Metatron with us. We had Archangel Michael with us. They showed up in the colors in the sky. We had the most beautiful colors. Archangel Raphael showed up, the healing angel. Incredible. I'm sorry if you guys weren't able to see it. It's on my Facebook page, and the angel orbs aren't as clear as on this one as they were on the last reading, but man, Spirit was definitely there, and it was definitely charging. And this is why I originally wanted this trailer. I wanted this trailer because I want to travel around the United States. I want to meet my soul family. That's what I want to do. That's important to me. That's important to me. What's important to you? If somebody comes and offers you something, is it going to take you off your path of things that really matter to you? Or is it going to be somebody who wants to go with you and understands the importance of that? Song right now, I kind of like the way you helped me escape. But the days turn into nightfall and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down and then you pulled the rug. I was getting used to being someone that you loved. Well, what was wrong in that picture, right? You helped me escape. You loved me. Someone was trying to fill their void through somebody else. But we need to do it ourselves. And if you want to be in that energy, if you want to be in the energy of love, if you want to be with your soulmate, your true soulmate, be in love with yourself, in love with life, in love with spirit. This is self-love. Recognize the truth. And the truth is, you need to love you more than you love anyone else in a positive way. And you need to be on your spiritual path. And your spiritual path will direct you to where you're meant to go. And sometimes that means you have to leave. And sometimes that means that you have to lose. But it certainly doesn't mean that you have to stay isolated and alone while somebody you love looks at you from a picture or from a computer screen, watching you, but never there in your presence. That's not good enough for you. That's allowing yourself to be in a place of entrapment. Yuck. All right, you guys, that's it. At 1 hour and 3 minutes, we're at a wrap. I've got so many messages in this reading, I can't even tell you. My solar plexus has just become extremely active. Amazing. Love you guys.